All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to be talking about how to start marketing, or excuse me, how to start making affiliate commissions legitimately. We have with us Mr. Chris Myles. He is a YouTuber with over 60,000 subscribers. He's going to show what he does for a living. He shows aspiring entrepreneurs how to make money in a more passive income way. Mr. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brandy. I really do appreciate it. It's been really cool with I hadn't been on the podcast in a while, so this is going to be my first one, so I might be a little rusty. So please
Oh man,
go
oh
easy
no,
on me.
man, you'll do just fine.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
So, like, how did you get started into, your YouTubing? Like, how did you start becoming a YouTuber?
Yeah, so that's a bit of an interesting story because in the very beginning, it was just me and my wife, kind of. And I've always been like a serial entrepreneur, but a lot of those businesses didn't do as well. Sometimes it wasn't even worth enough. I would make some money with it, but not enough to really move any mountains, not really to really change anything. But I tried a lot of things and they didn't always work. It's kind of what I'm getting down to. I think I tried around 7 or 8 different businesses, and eventually it was just me and my wife. We had just gotten married. We had nice regular jobs, but we called them like job type jobs, or just over broke. Like we had just enough to pay the bills, but if anything happened, like the car broke or the house broke or anything like that, we had to go into like massive debt to try to figure out those things. So what we ended up doing was I started a couple of things. I started with blogging, I started with YouTube, and at first I didn't take it very seriously, and as a result, I ended up giving up. But then things really changed when we found out that we were pregnant with our first son, Benji. And when I found out that my wife wanted to quit her job so that she could stay home full time with him, then that kind of really, made it very powerful for me to actually make a move and have something to work. It was deeper than money at that point. It wasn't just a side thing. I needed to find a way to replace, her entire income. So I went full force into blogging. I went full force into YouTube. And next thing I know, about a year or so later, I was paying off the debt that we had accrued using all of that bad credit card debt. I was able to have her quit her job. A few months later, the business was doing so well that I was able to quit my job as well. And right now, after doing that for 3 years or so, I turned around and started helping other people do the exact same thing. So that's kind of where I am today.
So, why is passive income more ideal for individuals?
Well, I would say because of the very nature of the term, passive income. Anything that's passive means you don't have to actively work for it. Now, there's a big kind of misconception with passive income that you just like press a button and it just happens. And that's really not the case. You do have to spend time building it up. But I liken it to like a snowball. A snowball starts really small right there at the top of the mountain, and you're pushing and you're pushing, and it gets a little bigger and a little bigger. But then eventually, what happens is that the snowball like takes a life of its own, right? And it just starts kind of flowing down the mountain. And at that point, it's hard to stop it. And that's where it actually becomes passive. You just need to kind of make tweaks here, make tweaks there every now and then. I have passive income websites that I work on maybe 2 to 3 hours a month. So that's pretty passive in my opinion, where I don't have to do too much to it. I have to update it every now and then, obviously, to keep it relevant. But other than that, I'm not putting in too much hours into it. Yet it's still they're churning me a passive income.
That's pretty cool because there's a lot of different ways to have passive income. But how does affiliate marketing works?
So affiliate marketing is basically being able to promote other people's products and then get a commission from their sale. So I used to use this example, especially with new students and everything, is imagine you had like a favorite pizza joint, and you go to that pizza place every week. You get to the point to where the manager, Fabrizio, he knows you, you walk in and he's like, "Hey, how you doing, Chris?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" He knows what I like and everything. And then one day he tells me, "Hey, Chris, if you were to tell a few of your friends to come over and buy some pizza, I'll give you $5 every time somebody shows up." And you're like, "Okay, that's pretty good, $5." So I go and tell, my mom, I go tell my friends, and I go tell them, and then of all of them, maybe 10 people, show up. So okay, I made $50 from people just showing up. But what if I had a way to tap into an unlimited amount of people? What if I was able to not just show 10 people to go to that pizza place? What if I found a way to get 100 people to go to that pizza place, 1,000 people to go to that pizza place, 10,000 people to go to that pizza place? All of a sudden, that $5 starts to add up quick. So I was able to find a way to kind of marry an unlimited traffic source with a way to earn an income from it, and then have that, kind of running on autopilot after you set up everything in the beginning. So that's kind of what affiliate marketing is just finding a way to promote other people's products and then getting a commission from the sale.
So how does that affiliate marketing program actually works for businesses?
Well, usually, I mean, any new business, and really not even a new business, but any business in general, they want to be able to, they have acquisition costs. It costs X amount of dollars to get a new customer or whatever it happens to be. So, excuse me, if you can find a way around that and be able to have customers just come in your way without having to pay for them, usually you're going to, what business is going to turn down new customers? So that's basically what affiliate marketing is. Businesses will set up these types of, you can think of it like a referral program or something like that, where they have their customers or people who like their brand going out and promoting their stuff for them. And then when they make the sale, usually the commission that you would earn on it would be the amount of money they would have had to pay to acquire a new customer, if that makes any sense. So from a business standpoint, it makes tons of sense because they don't have to actively work to get new business. And what business wouldn't enjoy that?
Right, exactly. So, those affiliate programs that work really well, for both sides, for the affiliate, of course, and also for the business. Um, what do you need to know before starting affiliate marketing?
Yeah, you would probably need to make sure that you, excuse me, are in a niche or an when I say niche, that's probably, it could be a little bit of a too niche of a term, right? But usually it's an idea or a topic or a group of people. So if you're in like school, remember you had like the computer geeks and you had like the cool kids and then you had like the gothic kids or whatever. Those are all niches or niches of people. So you just have to find a group of people that you can talk to consistently. Usually it's something that you yourself is interested in. So for example, I would have been in the computer geeks because I was just, the weird kid in high school, but we're not going to go there. So anyway, you find a group of people that you can talk to, and then you talk to them and you find things that they're struggling with, things that you perhaps can help them with. And when you are able to do that, you can now give them products that help solve their problems. And then once you solve their problems, then you can start getting a commission from it. There's an old quote by Jim Rohn that says, if you help enough people get where they want to go in life, you're going to get what you want in life. So you just are basically helping people in a space that you yourself is already interested in. So the number one thing that you need to do is just find a topic that you like and that you enjoy, and then dive into it and see if there are products that you can promote, see if things that you normally buy just to actively participate in your niche or whatever it happens to be. And by doing that, you can then turn around and help other people who might be a little bit behind you and wanting to learn how to do your niche right there.
So how do you create a YouTube channel for affiliate marketing?
The same way you would create a blog or anything is you're going to start creating content that people are looking for, create content that is helpful towards people. And as people find your stuff on YouTube, they find your stuff on a blog in Google or whatever it happens to be, then you put your affiliate link somewhere and say, hey, by the way, I was able to do this, just for sake of an example, instead of all of these generalities, but let's just say I have a golf blog, right? So one thing that I have promoting on the golf blog is a way to hit the driver straighter and farther. And it was like a little program I bought. I think it was like $50 or something like that. And they have an affiliate program. Every time someone signs up, I get like $5-10 or something. So as people go to the site, I'll give them maybe one single tip on how to hit the ball farther with the driver. And then at the end of the article or at the end of the video, whatever it happens to be, I'll say, hey, by the way, if you want to learn the same or use the same products that I've been using to be able to hit my ball straighter, click on the link down below and check them out, and say it would help me, it would help the channel as well, help support us or whatever it happens to be. And usually by telling people that, they're like, okay, this is what's is going to help him, because usually this is free content, right? So if people are more inclined to click it, they can, if they're going to buy it anyway, then it's going to be helpful if they buy it through your link. That way you can get a commission from it, and then you can continue creating content that whoever is watching you, whoever is reading you, can continue to enjoy. So that's usually how I kind of work it in with trying to make it nice and ethical. Sometimes people will promote affiliate products just because it has a good commission. And that's usually the worst way to promote stuff, because those businesses don't tend to last. So that's why I always say, get something that you like, you enjoy, that you use, because it's really hard to fake something that you've never done before. So I don't want to promote a product that I've never used. So that's one like little key philosophy I've always had within my business, is only promote stuff that I've purchased and actually used. That way I can be legitimate when I'm talking to people and letting them know, hey, this is a good product, go get it. Or maybe this is not a great product, don't go get it. You try to be honest in all aspects if you can.
That's really good, because you want to make sure that you be authentic especially when you're trying to sell something, and that way you can give your honest opinion about the product or the service that you're promoting.
Yeah.
But you really grew your YouTube channel to 60,000 plus subscribers. How did you create that? How did you do that? Or how did you grow that particular community over that period of time?
Usually it's just from being consistent. You have to find a pocket of an audience that actually enjoys what it is you do. And I think YouTube has over 2 billion, would it be, active users each month. So it's actually not too difficult to find people who are going to actually enjoy what it is you talk about. You just have to be consistent and talk about one particular topic. That way people know what to expect. If you were doing a cooking channel and now you're saying, hey, this is how you cook this is how you do that, everyone's like foodies who watch your channel. But then all of a sudden one YouTube video, you launch into this huge political debate about what you think about this or what you think about that. You're going to usually turn your viewers off. So you want to make sure that you stay consistent. You don't watch the Food Network looking for politics. You watch the Food Network to watch about food. So TV shows, channels, they do the exact same thing. Channels are usually kind of stuck to one particular thing. So as long as you remain consistent, people know what to expect from you. If you post videos, usually like, let's just say 8 o'clock every Thursday or something, you get people used to seeing you and expecting your new videos. I used to call it the Oprah effect, because back in the day, before DVRs, before VCRs even, Oprah used to have a TV show that came on like 4 p.m. Eastern every day for like over 20 years. And people would rush home because they needed to be home by 4 o'clock so that they could watch Oprah. And it got to the point to where if Oprah skipped an episode, if she wasn't there for some weird reason, everyone's like, oh my God, is Oprah okay? Where is she? What's going on? People are checking on you. It's the exact same thing with your YouTube channel. If you create consistent content and post it at a certain time each week or each month, however often you're posting YouTube videos, if you do it long enough and you get a nice little crowd of people and you stop posting videos, they're going to start looking for you. And doing that is going to give positive signals to YouTube that, hey, people like this content, so we're going to keep pushing it out to more people and more people and more people. And I have a couple of videos that have peaked 500,000, almost 1 million views, just because of that very aspect of how to grow a YouTube channel. So that's what I've been doing, basically for the last few years. And it's a total new income source that I wasn't counting on in the very beginning, because it was more affiliate marketing focused. But because I was getting so many views, I was getting a decent amount of money from ads as well. So it's not the primary way that I recommend people start with YouTube. Go with affiliate marketing because you can get faster wins, but you can also get some residual with ads as well.
That's cool. So, drop the bomb on us. Tell us how we can locate you, find you. You're on YouTube. Give us your YouTube channel to our audience.
Yeah, so I named my channel and basically, a big part of my brand after my son when he was born, because he was kind of the genesis of me taking this seriously. And it's called Benji's Dad. So just go out to YouTube. If you Google it, you can find my website and all of that fun stuff as well. So that's usually where people can find me. You can follow me on Instagram at Benji's Dad Official. As well as, if you want to check me out on how I teach other people how to do this as well, you can check me over at blogbuilderpro.net.
Thank you, Mr. Chris, for joining us. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it, Brandon. Glad we were able to fit this in, and it's been an enjoyable time. Thank you.
Likewise, Nets IBS.